Okay, we're going live. Let me get the laptop all set up, and I'll tell y'all what's going on. I just figure I'd do a quick one. Get the car painted up. Do, 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 do. Hey, Kyle. How's it going? I'm doing the GTO. So, I already got some of it done from earlier today, so we're going to paint the color in on this GTO. Paint the color in, and then I'll have some other things I need to set up later on. But I mainly want to get the color put in on the car. It's going to be red. And I just got done watching Scott McKay, the the feed for Friday night. Uh, where your dad lost out on the bid. Some newbie took his bid. At least it sounded like a newbie. Never heard that name before. Of the Tiki Skull or whatever. I didn't even know I had that over there. Five. 5K. I bet you are tired. Harrison, how you doing, Harrison? I just got done cleaning these brushes, that air brushes out. Like I said, let me get the red. We're gonna go with the we're gonna go with the 5061 illustration. That's gonna be a good color for a car. I should do it the right way. I'll mix it up real quick. $5K today. That's good, Kyle. I'm glad to hear that. You're doing better than I am. I don't walk that much. We're going to use Timothy John's airbrush. I don't even. Yeah, this is the Extreme Patriot 105. Yeah, but I I know I could do it. because I was doing it for a good while there, but nowadays I have no desire to do it. I'm 65, Kyle. I done had triple bypass. I got a other thing in my right now. I'm looking forward to retirement. Get out of this doing this stuff. But this is what I'm falling back to is doing the artwork. I need a big one down here. Let's do these down here. But I know that ain't no excuse. I gotta loosen that up or something. It ain't shooting right. So I'm going crazy with the brush. I just got done cleaning it out. There's a nice hunk. Yeah, I'm gonna love once I retire is get to do more of the artwork. This brush might need a good thorough job. There you go. Heh, no wonder it ain't shooting right. Bad out of color. Kyle, that was a motorcycle accident that you were in, wasn't it? Have you been back on a bike since? Or you don't want to say nothing because of your father? Take the fifth on that. Yep. There's some people that said four wheels is better than two. And the way that some of the race car drivers drive, it's eight wheels is better than four. I got a motorcycle. I don't ride it that much. I lost enthusiasm in riding a Harley. There's some nuts out on the road anymore. I had a truck swerving to miss a car the other day at lunchtime, and me and him almost wrecked. This car just came over in his lane, and he had a load in the back of his pickup truck and even on the tailgate of his pickup truck. That when he swerved to miss them, I thought that load was coming on me. It was dang close. He was close to me, and lucky I had enough room on the shoulder to cut over, and I thank God at the end. And that was after I went to, because it was a lunchtime, I went to Chick-fil-A for lunchtime, and I ended up getting a free lunch from them because somebody messed up there. They said I paid, and I know I didn't pay yet. And then the managers just said, well, somebody says you paid. I said, I didn't pay. I said, well, go ahead. Somebody messed up. And I got a free lunch, and then I'm almost getting in an accident. Yeah, Dad was worried about it. That was for sure. Everybody's always worried about it. Everybody in your life is worried about it. And I'm glad you made it through it. And yeah, it's tough on everybody. It's tough. And it's more tough on the parents because the parents always think that they should go before their siblings. And it was like my brother and his ex-wife at the time. They lost a kid to kid death or kid crib death, and them two were set pretty. And that boy would have been he was set pretty because they both made buku bucks, but they were set. I helped them and everything. That tore the heck out of me, and I was just the uncle. So parents always think that they should go before their kids, and that really hurts them, and it even hurts the uncle and aunts or whatever. Now, there's some people I know get in a terrible motorcycle accident and end up getting right back on it. But nowadays, it's just crazy out there. I used to ride a lot. I ride like 150 miles in a day, no problem at all. But not anymore. My back won't take it. I got arthritis in the back, and then I got stuff in my wrist or whatever. But I did it. All right, been down that road, had fun. Been down the road with custom cars and stuff like that. Been down the road drinking and drugging and everything like that. I don't do that no more either. Did it all. Been there, done that. I'm happy where I'm at now. There's more to life than a lot of that stuff was. Yeah, I was bad on drinking. Drink and drug. I did from the top of the shelf to the bottom of the shelf. I did everything that there was out there at the time. But I have stopped drinking and drugging for same amount of years that I was drinking and drugging. I stopped when I was 32, and now I'm turning 65 this year. So the same amount. 32 years since I did any of it. And I don't miss it. I did everything that there was. I used to have the bar owners used to say, if Michael's there, keep him there till I get there, and he wouldn't get there at 4 in the morning because he was with some bimbo. Barmaids, they just set me up. I don't mind it. The only thing I miss nowadays is the main one is they legalized it here in Maryland now. That was my main culprit 24/7 was the marijuana. Did that on the way into work, at work, on the way home from work, and Happy hours lasted all night till the bars closed. And then I get up and do it all over again. Still a little wet. That's all right. 'Cause I can feel it on these magnets and that. That's all right. I'll fix that up later on. Ain't no big thing. That's going to be the color. I have to tighten them lines up after it dries a little bit. Then I'll do the wheels and the bumper and everything. Got to do the exhaust. Do the black cross there, a little bit there. Cars I could do, no problem at all. Let's see if I could do that a little bit. Like that, put it there. I gotta watch where my hand goes. No, we're gonna have to fix that after it dries. Go here. There. here and here. Now we just go here. That wasn't supposed to be there. Now I want like a little flare here. It's like a little flare of the wheel well. Same thing back here. Hey, Brian. Just doing little bit more. Giving it some of the touch up stuff. See, around the window, I'm going to have to take the white. It ain't going to hurt nothing. And right about here is going to be the door handle. So we'll just mark that. And then there's a lock right there. Door handle there, lock right there. GTO. GTO, Brian. The Pontiac GTO. Yeah, it's this one here. You got the exhaust coming out the side. It's a real hot rod. It's a hot rod. I think it's a 67. Steve Leahy, he loves the GTOs. I gave him one before. Another one I did not nothing like this. I need this to go back. Yeah, they're nice. Skylark. Back in the 70s, my sister used to own one. She had the Skylark. I forget who else had one. Somebody else had one. They're sweet rides. That's pretty cool that I grew up in the 60s and the grew up in the 60s and the 70s and seen these kind of rides. Uh, used to people used to race them and stuff like that. They had a place where they go and race where it was illegal to race back then. But they raced on the street in the one area that they raced. They called it Rat and Run. Rats were as big as cats. But we had, I know somebody who, oh, he had a blue one like this. It was sweet looking. Sounded good. Sweet. It was nice like this. Then the auto parts store was called Capital Auto Parts. That guy, the one Corvette I did with the blowing motor out the hood and that, he had one like that one. And that's it. My father used to own it. He had or 64 or 63 Chevy Impala. So know about that. Plus he had the 59 Cadillac. And when I was real little, there used to be a place called the Autobahn. And that place was nothing but Volkswagens. And I mean, 17 windows and or 21 window buses and stuff like that. Corvairs, all the Volkswagens with the split window in the back. Then they had racetrack, or not, yeah, we had a race. Well, we still got Capital Raceway around here, but we had one race place was Dorsey Speedway. They had figure eights going on there and late models, modified, stuff like that. They closed that place down. But they had the best chili hot dogs that there was. It's just a matter of following what you see in the picture. That's basically it. I just follow what have there. It's like you see the black and all I have in the wheel, and that's just following what it's in the picture. But I still got to do the lines. It's just small enough details, and then take the add the blue in for the top, and then lighten up the gray down the bottom. Do all the things that you see in the details. Same thing. Just keep it the same way. Like I said, around the window, I got to go around there, do the paintbrush around that. Same thing. And then the same thing with the chrome. Just grab the gray. Uh, I'll have to box it off so I could do the blue and everything. Spray the blue real lightly because I can see how it's going around. And then just do basically the same thing that they got going there, and it'll look like chrome. You follow what you got there, put it down there. Even though my color is a little bit different, it'll still be all right. And then whatever I put in the background, because this doesn't have a background, so I put the clouds and the sky in that. Terminator skull, but my ter- Terminator skull. uh, on your phone in that, just say Terminator. It'll look it up for you. The phone when you Google it, just say Terminator skull. Do you got a copy machine? If you got a copy machine, copy it from your phone right to the copy machine. First, you got to get the image on your phone that you like, and then from the phone, you could put it right to the copy machine. I, I thought you said you had a copy machine, or you go to the library, and that you could do it that way. I'm sure one of the girls or ladies at the library will show you how to do it. And then, like how I did on this one, I did that to my copy machine, sent that to the copy machine, and that came out to the color. But then you take all your, and put it into black and white. That's what I did, and just I I got yellow papers free, so I used the yellow paper, and I put it all on that. Then I cut it all out. Brian, right here is the folder I got where I cut a lot of the stuff out and just did it that way. Even like I said, I just cut all that stuff out, but you just cut yourself little pieces. This was the windshield. Just cut it all out. Same way Steve Leahy does it. Uh, Timothy John Luke, he's been doing the same thing. But he ain't using a Zacto knife. He's using the other thing, right? To have yourself be cut it that way, cut it that way. Yeah, there you go. That's just about yeah, you'll get used to it after a while. And the dude Terminator and stuff like that, you got a lot of details in the Terminator, I guess. And so that's where you're getting really good with the paintbrush. Get yourself familiar with the paintbrush. Uh, just keep testing yourself, getting stronger and stronger at using those equipment like the paintbrush and stuff like that. And you'll get it. The chrome will come to you and everything once you get used to doing the paintbrush and that. But we could go. We could. This is what I haven't used the paintbrush yet, and this is what you call boxing it in. A lot of people call it that way, and I can still go around and cut some things out, but like how the little circles and all that, I could just touch that with the paintbrush and have that little circle there and stuff like that. It's just knowing what to cut out and what not to cut out and what to use as a paintbrush. Paintbrushes are hard is hard, uh, but after because when I first started out, I couldn't. My hand shook a little bit. Couldn't keep the lines. And still today, I still can't keep the lines straight, but I could. I'm doing it. I'm as I keep on working with the paintbrush, it's coming to me. Same thing with the airbrush. At first, I wasn't able to spray it really good, but now I'm getting better of spraying it because I'm using it more. The more you do, the more, the better you get. The more you keep on doing it, the better you get. It's the same way when um, walking wise, like how I mean, first he couldn't walk, but now he's doing 4Ks and stuff like that. Before he couldn't get up and do that stuff. But the more you practice, the more therapy you do, the same thing that we're doing of getting used to the paintbrush, getting used to the airbrush, and seeing the art and everything. That's the same thing. The more you do it, the better you get. The same with cutting the stuff out, like how Steve Leahy cuts the stuff out so small. The more you do it with the X-Acto knife, the better you get. And that's a lot of thing in life. The more you do it, the better you get. And it takes time. It takes time. It doesn't happen right overnight, picking up the paintbrush and doing it, or picking up the airbrush and doing it. It takes time. We have to do our part to work to get that done. But it takes time. Paintbrush, it takes time. I mean, Tim, he's so good with the paintbrush. It amazes me how good he is. But like he said, he's been doing it since he was 12 years old. And whatever age he is now, when he was doing the portraits, he's fantastic at it. Just the longer you stay at it, the better you get. And it's the same thing with jobs and stuff like that. Any job you want to do, if you like see some kind of a job that you want to do, you could do it. It just takes time. And Tim always said that. He says, if you do an hour a week, a week of doing the painting, you'll get better at it. And it's so true. I couldn't do some of them jobs at the box company where I used to work a very long time ago. And the one guy told me, it was a black guy told me, he said, Mike, it's mind over matter. And he was right. At the end, I kept wanting to quit because the job was so boring to me. And I said, I quit probably, I wanted to quit like 5 different times, and they kept giving me $1 more an hour. Dollar here, I'll give you $1 more an hour. So I stayed a little bit longer. Finally, after the fourth time, I was like, it doesn't matter how much money you give me, it's just too boring for me. So I left the box company. It's like, and it's like a lot of the guys you hear about, they get tired of doing, they're so burnt out of doing the artwork because they got really good at it. And once you get good at it, you get burnt out. But you got to keep on set yourself up to get better. And they're making good money and they're burnt out on it because they're, they did it. They achieved what they wanted to achieve. I hope I never get that way myself. That's why I'll keep on challenging myself to do something harder. And that's what you guys always say me do, is to do something harder that people would not do. But I got to challenge myself to keep it interesting to me. We didn't learn to walk in life. It didn't come to us right away. Somebody was holding our hands when we first started walking. Now they tell us to shut up and sit down. That Kyle's amazing. Come back from it. Did really doing really good. Proud of you, boy. Timothy, John, Luke, there he is. There's the man that taught me how to do it. Right, Tim? You said if you're just doing an hour a day or hour a week, 2 hours a week or whatever, you'll get better at it. Yeah, it's drying up pretty good now. So now I can go ahead and cut out for the light, the gray, or take the. So I did the black on the lights. See that? Each one of the lights. But I do got the blue to put there, then the light gray and everything. I still got to do all that. That's the next step for me is to go ahead and to do all that different things. And most of this stuff will be with the paintbrush. Even the mirror over there where I got overspray on it. But it's alright. I could do that. I have to tape off if I want to do that. And it's the same way with the window over here. But most of it right now, it's all blocked in. Everything's all set up the way I need it. Uh, could grab an eraser. And I could do this. This will be like just grab the eraser to make it look like the tire over there. Heck, I did. This is all day project what I did today. This is all I did today. It doesn't happen right away. Never does. But it's the love that you put into it that really helps it. It's either you need Brian, either you good point. You need to do more cutting, or you need to work with have the Cameo 4 and you have the laptop. You could do study up on them a little bit more, play with that, like you do some of the painting, and then take some time out to play with your laptop and the Cameo 4. You could divide it up because your Cameo 4, once you get really good with that, then your work will be hitting really good. It's what we put our effort in. Because you're the same way with me. I'm not ready to start playing with the Cameo 4 or the laptop right now. I'm using it so I can read whatever but what you're all putting down on there instead of looking back here on the phone to see the chats. I can look on the Cameo 4. So I have learned that step on the laptop so far. I mean, I got a couple of different things on there, but I have taken the Cameo 4 and I have hooked it up to the laptop, and I did do a little cutout of, I forget what it was. I think it was the Corvette. When I did the Corvette with the water and that, I did another Corvette before that. I did a slight cutout. It didn't come out as good as I want, but I tried. And that's the whole thing, is trying to do the stuff. We think it's hard, but it ain't really hard. It's just we need we need to keep playing with it until we get it down. We got to stick to what we do. We put a little, like how we're doing with the airbrush, we're putting time in, so we're getting better. The same thing with all of it. Everything, anything that we want to do and achieve, we could do it, and we could do anything long as we put time in to do it. We can watch YouTube and anything like that. That teaches me. I was doing that for a while to learn how to do the cameo for watching the YouTube. Yep, there you go. Tim's even noticed that. And then by watching YouTube, uh, I, for me, what I did is they were talking. It seemed like for me to do it, they were talking too fast. So you're able, if you got it on your phone or on TV or whatever, you could stop it and then try that method out. You could stop it. You have to download Silhouette Studio into your laptop and that. I tell you what, kids are so smart nowadays. You could take any kid or that, and they could practically show you how to do it too. And then they could break it down to a level that you can understand. I mean, that's surprising what the kids know. And then even the teenagers will be able to help you too. You go to if you go to the library, you can get somebody that'll teach you some things. Say, hey, I'll teach you. Come show me how this works. And there's ladies that do arts and crafts and that, and you could tell if they're doing using this stuff because you know some of the people making their own stickers and that they're probably using the cameo for. You see different kinds of stickers and that, and like I said, they're probably using the cameo for it. So you could ask them, where'd you get that sticker? And if they said they made it, say, did you make it with the cameo for? I need somebody to show me how to operate a cameo for. Ask them. The sign companies, if you go to a sign company, some of them are using the cameo fours and stuff like that too. And when you unbox it, it has the Silhouette Studio website that you could download. Download it right to your laptop. And it costs you for it, I think, too. And by having that, the Silhouette Studio gives you a free, it's a free app, and they have things to where you can make stickers real quick, right out of there, right from the get go. If he wants that crossbow fixed, he's got to help you out too, or get his friends. All right, we've been on here. Oh, we've been on here an hour. That's good. I'm gonna call it quits right there. Uh, I thank you all for coming on by. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. Thank you very much for stopping on by. I only wanted to do a short one of throwing the color on here and that. And tomorrow we'll get at we'll get on this, and I think I gotta get the wet palette out, and we might just blow some light through the blue in real lightly for the bumper. Might throw some around the wheels a little bit, and like I said, we're gonna have to get on with the paintbrush right now because everything's boxed in. We already got the background and everything like that. But like I said, thank you all for coming on by. Tim, it's always been a pleasure having you on here. And tomorrow, I'm not sure what time I'll come on. Hopefully, it'll be early enough in the morning because I got to get things done, get me ready for work next week. Next week, as of next week, I got 25 more work days to go before I retire. All right. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Brian. And thank you, Kyle, for coming on by. Kyle, keep up the good work. You're doing awesome, buddy. Uh, Tim's on new channels Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Is cool. Tim's Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Wednesdays at 9:30. Thursday at 1 o'clock, and Saturday at 4 o'clock. Is that what it is, Tim? All right, y'all. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for coming on by. Like I said, tomorrow we're going to come in. We're going to do some paintbrush work. Get to watch me do. Have fun with the paintbrush. I don't know how to use it, but I'll learn. All right. Bye.